Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and a pleasant good afternoon to each and everyone, especially to our instructor, Ma'am Siti Sahara. So we are the group 5 and we were going to discuss about the excavation and trench safety. Before that, we would like to introduce ourselves. I am Nurhaini Makaling Sarip and also the first reporter. So first is excavation. Excavation is defined as any man-made cut, cavity, or depression in the earth's surface formed by soil removal. So, para mas madaling maintindihan, yung excavation is yan yung hukay na gawa ng tao. It can be a cut, a cavity, a trench, or a depression doon sa surface ng lupa dahil doon sa pagtanggal natin ng soil. Then, yung trench naman is a specific type of excavation that is narrow in nature. Specifically, a trench is defined as an excavation where the depth is greater than the width. So, yung trench is ma-identify natin na yung na-excavate natin is a trench kapag yung deep niya, yung lalim niya is mas malaki kaysa dun sa width niya. So, usually din sa trench is 15 feet yung lalim na ini-excavate natin. So, sa madaling salita, lahat ng trench is matatawag na excavation. Pero hindi lahat ng excavation is matatawag natin na trench. So, next is the hazards of excavation work. Dito sa hazards of excavation work, dito natin makikita yung mga possible na hazard na mangyayari or pwedeng mangyari doon sa excavation work. First is yung soil collapse. Soil collapse is yan yung pinaka-dangerous and maraming namamatay sa excavation work dahil dyan sa soil collapse. Yung soil collapse is also known as cave-in. Nangyayari yan kapag yung side or yung wall ng trench na na-excavate natin is nag-slide down or bumaba doon sa in-excavate natin na place, na which is pwedeng merong worker doon sa ilalim and then maging dahilan yon ng pagkabaon niya doon sa ilalim ng lupa. So, that is why napaka-dangerous ng soil collapse. And then yung falls naman is nangyayari yan kapag yung na-excavate natin or yung trench na na-excavate natin is yung mga age niya, yung age niya doon sa surface is walang protection. So, pwedeng kapag walang protection yung age nung trench or na-excavate natin is pwedeng maging reason yun ng pagkahulog ng mga worker doon sa trench, or hindi lang worker kundi yung mga material or yung mga equipment na nandun sa excavation work. So, the third one is the vehicular traffic. Yung vehicular traffic is yan yung mga vehicles na malapit doon sa trench na tinetrench natin na area, na kapag may malapit na mga vehicles or mga malalaking machine or mga truck na mayroong mga vibration is pwedeng maging reason yun pagliit or pagkasira ng soil structure dun sa gilid ng mga tinrange natin. So, yung sa madaling salita, yung vibration ng mga vehicles or yung mga machine na nandun sa tabi ng tinetrench natin is nagiging reason yun para yung mga soil particle is maghiwa-hiwalay and magiging reason din yun ng soil collapse. And then, underground utilities. Yung underground utilities is dapat before tayo mag-excavate is alamin muna natin yung kung saan nakalocate yung mga underground utilities such as the underground water line, the electrical cables, and also yung mga gas line para maiwasan natin na magkaroon ng explosion, electrocution, and also water flood. So, para maiwasan natin yun before tayo mag-excavate, para hindi natin matamaan yung mga underground utilities, is kailangan muna natin siyang i-locate kung nasaan na part or area na yung dapat nating iwasan na matamaan. And then, the next one is the working surface instability. Yung working surface instability is yan yung kapag umuulan or basa yung surface nang nandun sa gilid ng trench is pwedeng mag-cause yun ng accident na which is yung mga worker doon sa taas is pwedeng mahulog siya doon sa ini-excavate nila dahil sa madulas yung surface no gilid, madulas yung surface nung nasa taas ng tinetrench nila. And then the last one is the confined space condition. Yung best example dito is yung nasa picture na nasa gilid ng PPT na which is yung tao doon sa pinakababa is siya yung makakaranas ng pagbaba ng oxygen and also yung pag-ipon ng mga toxic gases na pwedeng maging reason ng pagkasira ng health niya or magiging malaking problema yun sa health niya. Health ng worker na nandun sa baba. And then the next is the principal causes of soil collapse. So dito naman is malalaman natin kung ano yung mga causes or mga dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon din ng soil collapse. The first one is the steep cutting angle. Yung steep cutting angle is kapag nag-excavate tayo is kapag yung wall or yung pinakagilid, yung mga pinakagilid ng tinrange natin or in-excavate natin is almost vertical. Kapag almost vertical, yung pagkakat natin, talagang malaki yung possible na magkaroon tayo ng cave-in or yung nasa baba na picture, yung pangalawang picture na mahuhulog yung part nung nasa gilid. Dahil sa walang hindi maayos na nasuportahan yung nasa gilid ng mga soil particle. So, pangalawa is the superimposed load. Yung superimposed load is, yan naman yung kapag yung gilid or yung mga edge nung tinrange natin, yung in-excavate natin is merong mga nakalagay na mga mabibigat na bagay or mga equipment na mabibigat or yung mga spoil pile na which is pwede maging reason yun para magkaroon ng cave-in or pagkasira ng structure dun sa gilid ng trench. And then yung shock and vibration is katulad lang nung last na sinabi ko about dun sa mga vehicles. Yung shock and vibration is yan yung kapag nakakaranas ng vibration yung lupa or mga shock is yung soil particle or yung soil structure ng soil particle is parang naghihiwa-hiwalay sila and nagiging reason yun para magkaroon naman ng cave-in or yung soil collapse. So, hindi lang yung mga vehicles kundi yung mga machine na may mga vibration na nilalabas. So, the next one is the water pressure. Yung water pressure is kapag nakakaranas ng heavy rain or yung groundwater seepage is napapabigat or napapahina yung soil structure kapag nakakaranas siya ng heavy rain or yung groundwater seepage. And then yung drying. Yung last is yung drying. Yung drying naman is mostly sa clay. Kapag yung type of soil na clay is super dry na siya, is napapahinan na niya yung strength ng soil dahil sa napaka-visible na nung mga cracks na nandun sa soil. So, it means nagiging reason din yun ng soil collapse or pagkakaroon ng cave-in. And then, next is the prevention of soil collapse. Dito naman, malalaman natin dito is kung paano i-prevent or iwasan yung pagkakaroon ng soil collapse. Before that, meron muna tayong type A, type B, type C. Yung first is yung type A. Yung type A, nandyan yung mga most stable, which is yung makikita natin dyan is yung clay. And then yung type B, is yung mga medium stability. Yung mga medium stability, makikita natin dyan is yung mga silt and also yung mga unstable rock. So, sa type C naman is yan yung pinaka less stable na makikita natin dyan is yung mga gravel, yung loamy sand, and yung mga submerged soil. So, kapag alam na natin kung ano yung mga type ng soil na yan, is dapat alam naman natin is kung ano yung gagamitin natin na cut doon sa mga type of soil. So, for instance, is sa type A, is yung makikita natin dyan is clay. So, kapag yung i-excavate natin is clay, kailangan yung slope na gagamitin natin is 3/4 by 1. Or, sa safe angle niya is 53 degrees. So, kapag yung soil type naman ng i-excavate natin is type B, which is nandyan is yung mga silt and unstable rock, is gagamitin natin na slope is 1 by 1 or sa safe angle niya is 45 degrees. So, sa type C, yung mga gravel, yung mga loamy sand, submerged soil, is gagamitin natin na slope niya is 1 and 1/2 by 1. Or, sa safe angle niya is 34 degrees. So, the weaker the soil, the flatter the slope. So, it means, kung hindi possible yung pag-cut in a slope or sa mga safe angle niya, dyan papasok yung shoring or shielding para hindi mabaon sa lupa yung mga worker. So, sunod is the provision of shoring and timber and the plate lining system. So, dito is yung shoring is yan is traditional na ginagamit yan. And usually, nagagamit yan sa mga maliliit na construction. And gawa yan sa wood. And then yung timber naman is, yung aluminum hydraulic shoring is gawa naman yan sa metal, na which is nagagamit yan sa mga malalaking construction project. So that's the end of my part. But before that, I would like to say na yung excavation work is one of the riskiest activities in construction industry. Pero, kahit na ganun yung ka-riskiest yung excavation work is, yung mga accident is ma-avoid natin yan if yung mga proper safety measure is nasusunod natin siya ng maayos. So, that's all, and let's proceed kay Miss Haji Muhammad Faiz.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So, before I discuss this slide, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Sumaya M. Haji Muhammad Faiz. So, in this slide, I'll be discussing about faults and surface crossing of trench. So, first, let us talk about faults. So to prevent falling accident in the construction site, there must be a minimum berm, barricades, and warning signs. So, they are important to alert and protect workers from possible accidents. So, when we say minimum berm, barricades, and warning sign, ito ay ang falls protection measured sa excavation sites. So, when we say minimum berm, ito yung paraan na nakataas sa lupa or raised edge sa gilid or sa side ng trench para hindi basta-basta mahulog ang isang tao or ang equipment. So, barricades naman is ito naman yung physical barrier gaya ng railings o harang para hindi makapasok sa delikadong area. So, when we say warning sign naman is ito yung mga nakasulat or visual na paalala tulad ng danger, excavation ahead para ma-alert ang workers at pedestrians. So in short, itong tatlong to is importanteng paraan para maiwasan ang accident at pagkahulog sa excavation area. So next one is surface crossing of trench. So when there is a trench or excavation, walkways or bridge must be provided to ensure safe crossing. So walkways must have a minimum clear width of 20 inches. It must have standard rails, and it must be extended a minimum of 24 inches past the surface edge. So when we say the walkway must have a minimum clear width of 20 inches, it means na dapat sapat ang lapad ng walkway para makadaan ng safety ang tao or ang equipment. So it must have standard rails. So ibig sabihin